When most people think of plants, they think of green leaves and colorful flowers that wouldn't hurt a fly. But there is more sinister greenery out there. Welcome to the fascinating world of carnivorous plants. These unique plants have evolved remarkable adaptations that allow them to trap and digest insects and even small animals. In this video, we'll dive into the incredible diversity of carnivorous plants, explore how they survive in nutrient-poor environments, and look at some of the most famous species like the Venus flytrap and the pitcher plants. We'll also explore their trapping mechanisms, how they digest prey, and why these plants are so important to their ecosystems. Get ready to discover a whole new side of the plant kingdom. What exactly are carnivorous plants? Most plants are what we call producers. That means that they get their energy from the sun through a process called photosynthesis. They turn the sun's energy into food. Grass, flowers, fruits, and vegetables are all producers. Trees are some of the biggest producers of all. Producers are important for the ecosystem because they are how energy enters the cycle. Animals, which includes people, are consumers. That means we eat plants and other animals to get energy. Animals that eat only plants are called herbivores, and animals that eat other animals are called carnivores. People eat both, so we are called omnivores. What does this have to do with carnivorous plants? Carnivorous plants fill a special niche in the ecosystem as they are both producers and consumers. They still get some of their energy from the sun through photosynthesis, just like other plants do. However, carnivorous plants have something special up their leaf. These are plants that have developed the ability to trap and digest small animals, mainly insects, to supplement their nutrient intake. Carnivorous plants typically grow in environments where the soil is poor in essential nutrients, like nitrogen. In order to get what they need, they have evolved the carnivorous adaptation to take what they need from the animals around them. These plants can be found all over the world, often in bogs, wetlands, and other nutrient-deprived habitats. Carnivorous plants have evolved several different ways to trap their prey. One of the most famous examples is the Venus flytrap. This plant uses a snap trap, which consists of two hinged lobes that snap shut when tiny triggered hairs are stimulated by movement of an insect. The flytrap doesn't close immediately. It's smart. It waits for multiple touches on the hairs to ensure the prey is alive and worth the energy investment. Another remarkable example is the pitcher plant, which uses a passive pitfall trap. These plants have a deep cavity filled with digestive enzymes or water. Insects are attracted to the plant's sweet nectar as they crawl inside the slick walls of the pitcher plant. They slip and fall into the liquid below, where they are slowly digested. Some species of pitcher plants can even trap small vertebrates like frogs or mice. Then we have the sundews, which are a sticky trap method. These leaves are covered in hair-like structures that are sticky like glue drops. When an insect lands on a sundew, it becomes trapped in the sticky secretion, and the plant slowly curls around the prey, covering it with digestive enzymes to extract the nutrients. Bladderworts are fascinating aquatic carnivorous plants that use highly specialized bladder-like traps to capture their prey. These tiny bladders function as vacuum-like traps that suck in small organisms, such as water fleas, mosquito larvae, and other microorganisms. The bladders have a small opening sealed by a trapdoor, which is lined with sensitive hairs. When an unsuspecting prey touches these hairs, the trapdoor opens in a fraction of a second, creating a vacuum that rapidly sucks in the prey along with the surrounding water. Once inside, the door closes and the bladderwort secretes digestive enzymes to break down the trapped organism, absorbing nutrients from it. This process is incredibly fast and efficient, making bladderworts one of the most advanced carnivorous plants when it comes to trapping their prey. Let's talk about some specific types of carnivorous plants and their incredible adaptations. Before this video, you had probably heard of the Venus flytrap and the pitcher plants, but did you know that there are over 600 species of carnivorous plants? Some of the most famous include the Venus flytrap, known for its snap trap mechanism native to the Carolinas in the United States. Tropical pitcher plants, found in Southeast Asia. These can grow large enough to trap small animals like frogs and even rats. American pitcher plants, native to North America, they use pitfall traps and are often found in wetlands. Sundews, also known for their sticky trap method. Sundews are found on every continent except Antarctica. Butterworts. These plants have sticky, flat leaves that capture prey, which is then digested by secreted enzymes. And bladderworts. an aquatic carnivorous plant that uses small bladder-like traps to suck in tiny aquatic organisms. Now let's talk about digestion. Once a carnivorous plant traps its prey, it releases digestive enzymes that break down the soft tissue of the insect or animal. Carnivorous plants do not have teeth to help chew up their food like humans and animals do. So this process can be quite slow, sometimes taking several days or even weeks. But it allows the plant to absorb the essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. In species like the Venus flytrap, after digestion, the trap reopens, leaving behind the indigestible parts of the prey. An example could be the exoskeleton of an insect, which is eventually washed away by rain or blown off by the wind. But why did these plants evolve to be carnivorous? The answer lies in their environment. Carnivorous plants typically grow in nutrient-poor soils like bogs, marshes, and acidic wetlands. In these harsh conditions, the soil lacks enough nitrogen and other essential nutrients that plants usually get from the ground. To survive, these plants developed a secondary way of obtaining nutrients by trapping and digesting insects and, in some cases, small animals. Carnivorous plants are typically found in nutrient-poor environments, with wetlands being their primary habitat. These environments are low in essential nutrients like nitrogen, which is why these plants evolved to supplement their nitrogen intake by trapping and digesting insects. Wetlands come in different forms, each offering varying conditions for carnivorous plants. Bogs, for example, are acidic wetlands that accumulate peat and are fed primarily by rainwater. They are often home to plants like sundews and pitcher plants, which thrive in the acidic, nutrient-deprived conditions. Fens, on the other hand, are similar to bogs but are less acidic and fed by mineral-rich groundwater, supporting a different range of plant species. Swamps are wetlands with standing water and are often forested, providing habitats for a variety of plants. Fewer carnivorous plants live in swamps compared to bogs and fens. Marshes are another type of wetland that is more alkaline and fed by both groundwater and surface water, offering rich biodiversity, but generally supporting fewer carnivorous plants due to the higher availability of nutrients. Each wetland offers a unique balance of moisture, acidity, and nutrient availability, influencing the diversity of carnivorous plants that thrive in these specialized ecosystems. As I've already stated, there are many different kinds of carnivorous plants. One of the most well-known species is the Venus flytrap. This plant has a unique life cycle. The life cycle of the Venus flytrap begins with the germination of its seeds. When conditions are right, usually in warm, moist environments, the seed sprouts, sending out tiny leaves which will eventually grow into the plant's iconic trap structures. As the Venus flytrap matures, it develops specialized leaves with hinged lobes that act as traps equipped with sensitive trigger hairs. These traps catch insects, which the plant digests to supplement the nutrients it can't get from the poor soil. During the growing season, the Venus flytrap produces new traps that grow larger as the plant matures. In spring, the plant may produce a long stalk with small white flowers that bloom above the traps. This flowering phase is part of the reproductive life cycle, where the pollination leads to the development of seeds, continuing the next generation of Venus flytraps. The flower grows very far away from the flytrap area so that the pollinators do not get trapped. In the fall, as the temperatures drop, the Venus flytrap enters a dormant period. During this time, it loses some of its traps and reduces the growth to conserve energy. This dormancy is crucial for the plant's health and can last through the winter. Once the weather warms up in the spring, the Venus flytrap emerges from dormancy, resuming its active phase, growing new traps and continuing its life cycle. These plants are not just cool predators, they also play an important role in their ecosystems. Carnivorous plants help control insect populations, which can benefit other plants by reducing competition for nutrients. Additionally, their unique trapping mechanisms and habitats attract a wide range of organisms, from pollinators to decomposers. In fact, many carnivorous plants have co-evolved with certain insects or animals to help them thrive. Many carnivorous plants are considered endangered or threatened due to various environmental pressures. Habitat loss is one of the primary threats, as wetlands, where most carnivorous plants thrive, are being drained or converted for agriculture, urban development, or other human activities. Pollution and climate change are also impacting these delicate ecosystems, altering the water and soil conditions that these plants rely on. Overcollection by enthusiasts and the illegal plant trade have further diminished wild populations, particularly the species like the Venus flytrap. Additionally, invasive species and changes in water management can disrupt the ecosystems that support carnivorous plants. Conservation efforts, including habitat protection, legal protections, and cultivation programs, are crucial to prevent further decline and ensure the survival of these unique plants. Carnivorous plants have several uses, both practical and cultural. One of the most common uses is in pest control. Species like the Venus flytrap and pitcher plant can help to control the insect populations in homes or gardens by naturally trapping and digesting flies, mosquitoes, and other pests. Because of their unique adaptations, carnivorous plants are also widely used in scientific research, particularly in studies related to plant evolution, ecology, and adaptation to nutrient-poor environments. Researchers examine how these plants developed their specialized trapping mechanisms and how they interact with their ecosystems. Carnivorous plants also hold a significant place in horticulture. Many people grow these plants as ornamental specimens due to their exotic nature and intriguing behavior. In addition to their aesthetic appeal, they serve as educational tools, teaching children and adults about the diversity of plant life and the adaptations that allow organisms to survive challenging environments. Finally, some traditional cultures have used carnivorous plants for medicinal purposes, although that is far less common today. We do not expect plants to eat animals. This is why carnivorous plants are so interesting to people. Carnivorous plants have captured the imagination of storytellers and filmmakers alike. The most famous example is probably the giant man-eating plant from the musical Little Shop of Horrors. While carnivorous plants can't really eat people, their bizarre alien-like characteristics make them a popular subject for science fiction and fantasy. Did you know that the Venus flytrap can count? It actually waits for 2 separate touches of its trigger hairs before snapping shut to conserve energy. Also, some tropical pitcher plants form a symbiotic relationship with animals like tree shrews, who eat nectar from the plant and in turn deposit nutrient-rich droppings that the plant absorbs. Some pitcher plants in Borneo have evolved to trap not insects but bat droppings, providing a mutual benefit for both species. From their unique trapping mechanisms to their critical role in ecosystems, these plants are truly one of nature's wonders. If you enjoyed learning about them, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video for more incredible insights into our natural world. And don't forget, get messy and make lots of mistakes. Parents and teachers, if you would like some learning resources about carnivorous plants, please click the link in the description for more resources. Thank you. Bye.